Hello, welcome to Kathaa Yaana. This is Panchatantra Yaana's Kakolukeeyam segment. We are pretty well into this series. For those of you who are new to this and also for those of you who might have missed the continuity of the videos, please find the link to our playlist in the description box. You're also most welcome to visit our channel, go to the playlist section and explore the different playlists we have created for you. Continuing from the last episode, the councillor Vakranasa was suggesting the owl king Arimardana that the old crow should be spared of his life. Now that the old crow and the crow king Meghavarna are enemies, it could be of some benefit to the owls themselves, he said, and to make his point, he began narrating him a story. He said, "Dear king, there once lived a poor Brahmin in some village. He was growing old and he was growing weak. He couldn't sustain on himself. So the villagers, sympathizing his condition, would present him alms every day. One day, a rich man presented him with 2 calves. The Brahmin was very happy and he took great care of them, fed them really well and made them healthy and plumpy. Then one day a thief was passing by, and when he saw those 2 calves very healthy and plumpy, he got a thought, wow, what good calves these are, very healthy ones. If I steal them and sell them in the market, I can get good value of money for these calves. Tonight I will come with my ropes and steal them, he thought. And so that night he got his ropes and he was on his way to the Brahmin's house. Now while he was on his way, he saw that in the middle of the road there stood a fellow who was tall, fearsome. He had a row of sharp teeth, big sharp nose, long hair, a very big beard. His nerves were so visible as if to say that he had no skin at all. This thief got a little afraid and he asked fearfully, "Sir, I'm sorry, who are you?" And that fellow said, "Why, I am Brahma Rakshasa, a ghost. Who are you?" To that the thief said, "Sir, I am a thief. Now I am on my way to that poor old Brahmin's house. I was thinking of planning of, stealing those 2 calves that he has." To that the ghost said, "You know what? I am also on my way to have my 6th meal of the day." "What did you say? You're going to a poor old man's house? What use is his life? He's already grown old. Let me have him as my meal. Come, let us go together," he said. And the ghost and the thief together went towards the Brahmin's house. And they hid themselves somewhere behind. They were waiting for the Brahmin to go to sleep. Now when the Brahmin went to sleep, the ghost immediately came out to go and eat him up. And the thief stopped him and said, "Sir, excuse me, you are not to eat that Brahmin until I have stolen the calves." To that the ghost said, "Why? When you're untying the calves, they will make noise and it will wake up the Brahmin and I cannot eat him." To that the thief said, "Why? When you are going to kill him and eat him, he will also make noise. People everywhere will get up and I cannot steal the calves." And so a dispute began between the 2 of them as to who is going to do their job first. And soon there began a big quarrel between them. They started quarreling so loudly that the noise, the chaos woke the Brahmin up and he came to see what it was all about. And then when he stood there, the thief saw him and he became alert and said, "Brahmin, dear Brahmin, see, this is a ghost. He has come to eat you." And the ghost turned and said, "Brahmin, dear Brahmin, this is a thief. He has come to steal your calves." Now the Brahmin only thought of one thing. To get rid of that ghost, he silently hummed a sacred verse to please his favorite god. And as soon as he did that, the ghost vanished and his life was saved from the ghost. Now to get rid of that thief, he picked up a club and began chasing him. Now, fearing that the thief might be killed by that club of the Brahmin, he started running and running away, and hence his 2 calves were also saved. Narrating this story, Vakranasa said, "That is why, dear Majesty, when 2 enemies have a discord between them, we can have our own benefits, just like how the Brahmin was saved of his life and also his 2 calves. There is no point in killing this old crow. Spare his life." Now the owl king Arimardana turned to his another minister Prakarakarna and asked, "Sir, what would be your opinion in this matter?" And so Prakarakarna said, "Dear Majesty, even I believe that this old crow's life should be spared. If you do so, both of you can grow fond of each other and spend time pleasantly. There is no point in us living beings in constant dispute with each other. We will only perish. I will tell you how. Listen, dear king, there was once a king ruling a country. He had a son. But this prince had an unusual condition. There was a snake living in his belly instead of an anthill. No doctors, no medicines could help him out. Now, becoming dejected by this condition, the prince simply left the country and went to some other country and began living in the premises of a temple and begged for his daily food. Now, that country was being ruled by another king. That king had 2 young daughters. Now, every day, as per their daily ritual, they would greet their father, bowing to his feet. And in doing so, one day, the elder daughter said, "May you be always victorious, O king." The king was very happy listening to that. And then the younger daughter, when she came to bow to his feet, she said, "May you be served right for all your bad acts, O king." To that, the king got angry. "How dare this daughter of mine is speaking to me like this?" He got so furious he couldn't forgive her. Immediately he called his ministers, called his guards and asked them to take that daughter away and give her to some foreigner. The ministers and the guards took her out of the country. There they saw the prince, the foreigner who was living at the temple, and gave her to him. Now this princess was delighted, and she accepted that prince as her husband. Not only as her husband, she also saw in him a god. And both of them left that country and moved to some other country. One day, the princess left behind her husband in the house to go to the market to get some groceries. When she returned, she saw the prince resting his head on an anthill. She also saw that the snake in his belly had come out of his mouth to get some fresh air. She also saw another snake coming out of the anthill to get some fresh air. When these 2 snakes looked at each other, they got angry. And the snake from the anthill shouted at the snake from the belly, saying, "You villain, why are you troubling this handsome young prince? Don't you have some other better place to stay?" To that, the snake from the belly also got angry, and he said, "Why am I villain? You're also villain. Why are you staying here amongst these innocent village people? You can also harm them anytime. Can't you go and stay in the dense forest?" To that, the snake from the anthill retorted, "I think these innocent people don't know how to get rid of you. If only they had known this simple remedy of drinking black mustard juice, you could have been easily killed off." To that, the snake from the belly also said, "I think even these foolish villagers also do not know how to get rid of you. If they only knew that they can pour hot water or hot oil inside this anthill, you can also be killed off easily." And so they began quarreling with each other like that. Now this princess, hiding behind a tree, heard all the conversation, and she did exactly what the snake from the anthill had suggested. She made the prince drink black mustard juice, and in doing so, the snake in his belly was killed, it was removed, and the prince was now healthy. And she took him back to his country, to his father. There she was honored, she was respected very much, and the prince and the princess lived happily ever after. Narrating so, the minister Prakarakarana said, "Your Majesty, there is no point in us quarreling with this old crow just like those two snakes. Somebody else might take advantage of this situation and we might be perished. So let us spare his life, give him shelter and live harmoniously." Now, listening to all his ministers' opinions and seeing that the majority had voted to spare the old crow's life, the owl king Arimardana ordered the guards to bring the old crow along with them to their cave in the mountain. Now, what happens after that? We will find out in the next video of our Panchatantra Yaana's Kakolukeeyam segment. This is Lakshmi. I will see you all there. Thank you.